Oh shit.
Know what you're talking about when you say, take my hand?
What do you mean? It's about holding hands.
You watch your mouth.
You know who's got hands? The devil. And he uses them for holding.
How's it going, everybody? This is Frank Cavone,
I'm Doug Quimby.
and we are Kinda Live.
Kinda living.
This is the Mirth Films Podcast, episode 20, and we're here with our special guest of the night, Brian Michael.
Hey,
Brian, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. This is kind of an exciting experience for me, too, to see what Mirth has been up to.
Hell yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you on. What's been going on with you?
I guess a lot. We just came off Gem Festival in Glens Falls, and we've got the rest of summer to bang out, and we're all kind of gearing up for another successful year at this point.
That's awesome, and we're looking forward to talking more about that. Just want to plug a couple things. Board games with band members. We had our first episode premiere this past Monday, and it was featuring Annie of the Water, and we were playing a game of Chutes and Ladders, which was a lot of fun. Had a bunch of good videos come out, tons of content. Make sure to check out our brand new website, mirth-films.com, completely updated, with merch options. We actually just released a brand new Mirth Films mug along with Mirth Films hat in 4 different colors. So make sure to head to our website, mirth-films.com, to go get yourself some merch, watch some videos, and just check out some of the content that we have coming out and just some of the music festivals that we've been covering. But yeah, it's been a busy week, and just has been rolling. We had the skate park competition this weekend, which was a pretty good turnout. Had about 30 people show up, which was awesome. A lot of family members. A lot of like parents supporting their kids skateboarding.
Which spectators.
Yeah, which you wouldn't see that in skateboarding maybe in the 90s. You'd be like, oh, my son's not playing football. My son's on drugs. He's skateboarding. He's a bad kid, getting in trouble. But I mean, times have changed, especially with, the Olympics coming up, skateboarding being in the Olympics. It's more mainstream now.
Oh, yeah, no, it's going more mainstream than ever. You see people rocking Thrasher shirts all the time, and nobody skates.
So what's your opinion on that? You walk down the street, see somebody definitely doesn't rock
Thrasher t-shirt. I got a question about all that. You mentioned the Olympics, right? You go to the Olympics, there's this, like, hoity-toity judge, and you just, like, 10 points, 9 points. Like, how are you guys judging these people on their skating capabilities? What goes into that?
Well, actually, I think so. They're going to go with, like, the Street League format, which is a skateboarding competition that's been going on for about at least the last 10 years. Yeah. Oh, maybe almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the way it's formatted is that they do, like, 2 45-second runs and then 5 best tricks on, like, the entire park. You can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And they count, I want to say it's, like, your 4 best scores, and each one is judged through 10. But, I mean, it's all, like, the judges are either former skaters who've skated in the contest or just people who know sport very well.
Yeah.
And, like,
that's good.
And the contest has evolved over the past, like, 8 to 10 years to, like, really try to zone in on how to focus on, like, true street skateboarding in, like, a contest format. Because it's kind of hard.
Street skating is, like, what I'm about.
Yeah.
And I skated for many years, and I just love that type of skateboarding. You guys ever get like a kid who just bombs like a hill and you're like worried about him, but he pulls off the dopest trick or anything like that?
No, totally. And that's what's the most exciting thing is like when with street skateboarding and there has been like kind of like a backlash from the skateboarding scene about the Olympics because of the street skateboarding art. Is it a sport? What is it? And like when you see somebody bombing a hill like in San Francisco, something gnarly that can't be replicated with a score. How do you can't judge something like that,
It's a little bit artistic. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Thought of that.
Very artistic, and but it is cool though that like they are taking the Street League format because like it is a fair option, and they're like the only competition series. I mean, Dew Tour is pretty cool, but it's kind of like an X Games style, whereas like Street League is like go down, do the gnarliest trick.
Right.
What's the score?
Yeah, and like what I think what's really dope about Street League is because I mean like some skaters can be very consistent and like do the whole run format where like some like you might fall like a couple times because it's very like the tricks they're doing are like the top level difficulty. So, but like with the best trick, like, you know, you're able to like, if you're really just like one of those people who's like super gnarly, you kind of like go down things, you're not really like super technical, like you still have your place to shine, and you can still really win that competition based on like what you're good at instead of like what the competition is looking for you. You know
Did you guys get to skateboard in that, or
I myself,
or?
you know, I'm the type of guy who hangs out behind the camera. I was always filming these guys back in the day, so I was mainly hanging out behind the scenes.
Even when you guys were kids.
Even when I was like, I had my 50-50 pop shove at 180.
You definitely had some tricks.
Out, you know, like I knew that I peaked pretty early, so I was like, you know what? I have a passion for cameras, and I might as well capture these guys. and it kind of worked out. It was a blessing in disguise. It did. And but as far as skating, like I've been pushing. As of recent, I've been skating just actually a Sector 9 board that I bought for Marissa for her. I think just for like a random present. And like the reason why I skate is because of the fact that I'm unfortunately older now, and like I'm starting to feel the wear and tear.
You don't want to try anymore.
Yeah. I have like 80mm wheels, and like the board still has a tail, so I could skate it like a skateboard. But today I was bored out of my mind, so I wanted to go down the bike trail. It's like perfect board for going down the bike trail because I used to do a lot of manuals back in the day, so I manualed pretty much the whole bike trail from like Waterside World to like Beach Road in Lake George, and
that's like a mile.
Right.
So that's really what I was all.
Just manual the entire thing.
And but I mean, Doug, you competed. You were in the high ollie, right?
Yeah, I was in the high ollie in the game of skate. Unfortunately, I went out on the first round of game of skate, but I mean, like I'm pretty sure my game was like the longest lasting game though. It was a very intense game. I tried to get him out on the fakey back heel, but like he stopped the first try.
Who'd you play?
Oh man, there's a name that's coming to my head, and I don't want to say it because I don't think it's it, and I don't want to disrespect him like that.
It was one of the Toasted crew, right?
Yeah,
I know you're talking about.
Crew.
So these guys have been coming up, and just the level of competition. Shout out to everybody who skated at the Skate Plaza competition we sponsored in Lake George over the weekend. Nick Prosecco taking first place in Jam and Best Trick. Jam, well, just Jam.
Yep.
Consistent. I probably did more tricks that have been done in one day down a hubba, 5-stair hubba and handrail than has been in like a whole year.
No, like every time I go, I mean, granted, I haven't been going there a lot in the past couple of years. I'm very busy in personal life.
Making content for Mirth Films.
Mirth Films, you know, this whole thing we got going on here.
Yeah, subliminally.
But like every time we used to go there, like nobody rarely hits like the stairs. Well, at least like the handrail and the ledges over the stairs. But like these kids are just like hitting it as a way to just go down.
Like this is how I'm gonna drop in. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, like that's just all right. Warm up. Okay, let me just board side this. Hop on. All right, let me do this. Man, like every trick seems just like it's just like just passing through.
It was like competition from 2016 when we started doing the competitions to 2000 to now have just been insane. Kids are so good at skateboarding. And it was entertaining. Like, honestly, I feel like we should have bleachers at the skate plaza when we do these things.
That would be really cool to do,
actually. Just for people to hang
out.
Exactly.
I mean, like, the spectators there, they brought an easy up. There was one guy with, like, I don't know if it was, like, a half a tent. Because, like, when I looked at it, like, up closer, it looked like it was, like, literally like a tent. And then it was, like, half it was, like, folded in on itself. So it was just, like, a shade from the sun. But it was, like, half open. It was a weird thing. I didn't understand it. But it was like we had a whole scene set up just to watch. Dude, it was
every freaking year.
It was so hot.
It's because we picked to do these competitions in like August, late July.
That's the best way to go about this.
Good weather. Get it sweat out, lose some pounds, go to the Skate Plaza competition, and don't stress out about that Burger King taco that you ate a couple days ago.
The best of the best. You know
I was just at Burger King and I saw that advertisement on the window, and to be honest, I ordered 3.
What did you think of the Burger King?
They were dope, and I was like, these guys just made a dope taco.
Hell
Burger King.
Hell
yeah. Burger King, if you're watching, please.
That's your redemption.
We're looking for sponsors.
We retried them, the tacos, I think, a few episodes ago.
It beat my expectations. Let me put it that way.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
See, that was like one thing I wish we had, because like our tacos, when we had them, they were like
3 hours old.
3 hours old. Did we have them in the toaster oven for like an hour before the podcast? Like, it wasn't an ideal situation.
Taco, though. Like,
Dude, I think it's fuck.
it was still
See, there
steaming.
is people out there that like the Burger King taco.
Dude, give it a shot.
No shame. And then shout out to Brody, Hammock Man in the Woods, Prevost, for
Dude,
doing
the
a
caveman board side.
best trick winner.
You did a caveman?
Caveman into a board
side.
side.
What?
No, and
Yeah.
this kid was trying it forever too. Like, he started out when we did like the jam section, like on the handrail and that whole place, and like didn't land it. But then like right after was like the best trick, and like he tried it for like almost the entire time, and then finally just like ran up, hopped on that, slid down, popped out, rode away. Like literally the whole crowd was like, yeah, like everyone was like,
He
yeah, dude,
he
like,
himself was like, and rightfully so. He tried
Dude.
that like 8 times.
It was
Didn't
well
get it
deserved.
during the jam.
No, he didn't get it during the jam, but I was really happy he got it during the best trick, because like with the jam, it's like you really got to do it. And like, okay, you can't just do like one trick and win the whole jam.
Yeah.
So like I hope he gets in the best trick, and like we're like, try that thing, and he got it, and it was so happy. Brody.
Yeah,
the
it was
man,
like some
Brody.
like you would show that to somebody for like inspiration. Like,
Oh yeah,
you can achieve anything.
dude.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so skate park competition was awesome. Just going to the next topic, board games with band members. As we mentioned, we did our pilot episode over a game of Chutes and Ladders with Annie in the Water. And we just wanted to come up with a concept that made an interview worth watching. Because
Yeah.
you watch a show like Hot Wings, it's awesome. You know, bonding over spicy ass wings and like talking to somebody about some real things.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, and it's fun, especially like having like somebody like Matt Richards on the show is like super cool. And like, so if you guys know anybody that you would like to see on board games with band members,
Or what board games you'd like to see on board games with band members?
just let us know. And we just want to continue this and have some fun. I'm sure by the end of this,
So down.
if we are for like 100 episodes deep, we're gonna have like probably like closet. We'll probably have to get storage space for all the board games that we have after
Run
running.
out of storage unit.
We're probably just gonna go to like everyone go to their attics and donate some board games to us, please.
We need them.
Just DM us. And but let's check out let's just check out the chat here. What do we got going on, Doug?
All right, so Dylan McKenzie, no notification this time. Well, that is strange, and I wish I could do something about that.
Maybe.
But maybe we'll look into it. We'll
Yeah,
look into it.
thank you.
Dylan McKenzie, sixth man.
Sixth
He
man.
also said Steve Caballero is a grandfather now. Congrats to Steve Caballero.
Yeah, congrats to Steve
Yo,
Cab.
I wanna
Cab
know-
was just recently on the 9 Club,
Oh yeah.
and which you should check out one of the episodes. Super down to earth guy, probably one of the greatest guys in skateboarding.
And also has a trick named after him, the Fakey Full Cab.
Fakey full cab, which is
which is
not
sick.
actually the trick. Which I want to bring that to my next episode.
Okay.
So, the Fakey full, it's a Caballero. Fakey Caballero.
Yeah.
But so biker, the BMX world kind of had a little outrage because on the show he said that a lot of BMXers call the half cab, call like a fakey 180 on the bike a half cab. But he since he created the trick, you need to pop an ollie to do a half cab.
Yeah.
So he stated that it's his trick. He can call it and do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But I guess the bikers didn't really like that and like kind of like flipped out.
Oh
got
wow.
butthurt. Yeah.
What a stupid-
You should have invited it. You should have invented it on a
basic one. What
BMX
is
bike
the fun one?
first.
It's a foundational trick.
It is a half cab. I mean, the guy made
don't
freaking shoes.
Dude, like-
I've always wanted them. Never skated a half cab though.
Mm.
Great. Vans
I've
makes
done
the best.
plenty of half cabs on the board.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Fun
my
trick.
best trick is the Fakey Full Cab flip.
Really? That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Well, I only did it like a handful of times, but like, best one.
Best one.
Best one.
Go check out the 9 Club. They have awesome skateboarding, just related stuff going on. It's a podcast featuring Chris Roberts, Kelly Hart, and Roger Bagley. And every Monday they have a different pro on where they talk about pretty much their whole life. And then now they start doing the 9 Club experience every single week with Jesus Christ, Justin Elridge, and then the rest of the 9 Club crew, which is great. Gavin, I saw you cruise by the skate park. I know you did because when I was skateboarding today, whenever I'm skateboarding by myself in Lake George, I always park on McGill Street, top of the hill. Sure. Ride down. But this time I really had to go to the bathroom before I went skating up the bike trail. So I was like, oh, am I going to be that guy who goes to the skate park goes to the bathroom and just leaves? And I was. I kind of like took a backdoor exit out. I was like, all right, I'm out. I had my headphones in. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to go cruise by all the people on Dog Beach. And it was pretty interesting.
Who else? Sean. More info about that, Sean? Dylan McKenzie, that near Miller flip.
Ooh. I wish I knew what he was talking about.
I feel like Miller flip is a trick that I am not aware about.
I don't know.
Sounds like a dolphin flip.
Dylan, let us know what a Miller flip is, please. Custom V Rocker. I got the notification 10 minutes late. We were also 20 minutes late, so that's on us.
We were.
Gonzanada started skateboarding handrails by the Caveman. Good to know. The board game with band members was such a unique and interesting idea. Kathy,
thanks, Mom.
You're the awesomest.
Glad you're tuning in this episode.
Dylan McKenzie Caballero. Do Candyland. Yes. Yeah. I want to save Candyland for the burliest dude. Deathcore metal, like.
That would be amazing.
Just for, like, the oxymoron of it all.
I love that game, though. That was
a good one.
That's a great one.
What about Rat Race or whatever that one was with the freaking
like where you trap them?
Oh my God! Mousetrap.
Mousetrap. Yes.
That is a good one. But you know what? I never got through setting it up.
Honestly, I don't think I ever did either.
I was like, I just want to see this this reaction go down from my top to bottom.
What a challenge!
Yes.
What a challenge!
Maybe we could do the game. Just instead of playing a game, just set it up. Pretty stupid. Okay, Gavin, I was wondering why you went to the lobby bathroom and then just kept going. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't skate anymore, man. But we should go skate our own park sometime.
No, that's the one thing I've been thinking about lately is like I want to try to dedicate. I mean, at least like 30 minutes to an hour a day just to skating, because I feel like that's something that's been lagging in the past couple years in our life. It's just skateboarding. We used to go every single day.
Yeah, the last full part you filmed was Homecoming.
2017?
Yeah,
2017.
It was post Baker's Dozen.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, no, it was a good time.
It was more than doing a trick back then. It was also like a social interaction.
Dude, yeah.
Homies.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I remember
I miss that.
Yeah.
Totally. And all of us, our whole crew kind of just like
split apart,
yeah.
And that's called
growing
getting
things.
older.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I hate getting older. Okay.
Hold on, I got a little news.
Let's hear what you're gonna say.
Dude, so up in Canada now, all Canadians who have been like convicted for like marijuana possession can now apply for a pardon and get that just straight from the record, which I think is pretty cool. Canadians getting in front of the curve,
Who the hell pardons them?
The Canadian government, or why?
For what again?
Guy
Sorry.
Just smoking a fat joint. Like,
I know, like
for marijuana.
Yeah, marijuana
charges?
possessions, or
okay.
just like like the simple one, So like if you're smoking in public, like back in the day before it became legal up in Canada, like now you can go apply for a pardon, and they'll be just like.
But over here, if you get caught with an eighth, you get charged $100, I think.
Yeah, well, no, now it's decriminalized.
Yeah, decriminalized. But that is the $100 charge.
Oh yeah,
yes,
I forgot about that part.
Criminal.
So for those, I don't even know what I was gonna say, but it's about friggin' time. And speaking of that, that's something that Bernie Sanders brings up on the Joe Rogan podcast, which he was just recently on yesterday. He was saying, just the fact people get locked up and put in not only prisons but private prisons
where their only goal
making
is to
money.
hold you there.
Yeah,
to
for
make
profit.
more money.
Yes.
Dude, like I don't understand how you can make money off of prisons.
Well, if you take it in, let's say so let's take that concept, and this is something that really scares me. I don't know if I brought this up on the episode last time, but not to get like whatever conspiracy, be a conspiracy theorist.
Let's get it.
What if there was like private police?
Oh, that would be weird. Okay, wow.
Because then that's basically, I don't know how that legally works for the prison, the whole prison concept, but if it was private police or private military, kind of like there's private security, that's fucking scary.
That is.
Well, there's Blackwater. There is private military that operates mostly in foreign soil, not on American soil, but those people are hired by United States government or corporations to protect their assets.
Okay. Oh my god.
No, I just thought of the Area 51 storm.
Oh god. How many? 1 million people were supposed to run in?
Dude, like 3 million. It's like 3 million something right now.
Hey, and what is the day?
September 20th, I believe.
Coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You ever see that meme like "Brace yourself, the storm is coming"?
Dude, it's literally.
Dude, no, that's the funniest thing to me is because
the
Air Force is like, yo, like we are protecting America's assets, but like you're protecting America's assets from Americans. Like that's kind of redundant.
That is.
That's my only thought. We've talked about this on previous podcasts. I don't want to get back into it, but
yeah, no, I get it. Controversy. But let's switch things up a little bit, Brian. So you recently just had GemFest, and for those who don't know what GemFest is, Brian, explain to the tens of viewers what GemFest is.
Very quickly, Gem Festival is a platform for artists and musicians alike to present their material to patrons in a setting that is mostly free, and it occurs at almost every venue in Glens Falls, New York, religiously on the last weekend of July.
That's awesome, and you guys pretty much spread it out really good. And like when you are going through planning who's playing each venue, do you keep anything in mind, or is it just like, okay, these guys would vibe well with these guys, or what is your thought process on even setting up a little event?
Bit of both. Setting up an event and booking it are two different things. If you talk to me setting up the event, I'm very much, financials by the book, here we go. Right. But bookings are a little bit more free, right? You don't know exactly what's going to be happening because things change. This year we had some really great bands, but how did we get there, It comes down to a little bit of what fits the venue. Max is rock and roll, right? If you ever walked into Davidson Brothers and you just walked in, it feels kind of like bluegrassy. You know what I mean? If you walk into Downtown Social, it feels maybe a little more dancey or poppy, so like I definitely like gauge the vibe and build the bookings around that to the best of my ability within the scope of what's available locally for entertainment.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's something that needs I like the city of Glens Falls always needed something like that.
Yeah,
and it's cool. It's like with music bringing the community together. And at the same time, giving the bands the time.
Can you believe this, man? I got to the city of Glens Falls that morning where it was starting, the big show. The mayor was like already there. He beat me there. The tourism director, she beat me there. And like people who have nothing to do with GemFest are coming to it to see what's going on because what I think is that the platform we've created is going to explode in an exponential way. I think it's going to get a lot bigger. When we started this, we always thought this is like the local South by Southwest vibe. I want entrepreneurs talking on stage to business owners. I want great musicians, great artists. How do we get there? You have to make a platform that is conducive to that. So that's what GemFest is.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just music. It's
not
arts.
it's everything that is creativity.
That's
Entrepreneurism is, by definition, creativity. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And so
Yeah.
is being a musician, so is being an artist in the theater, comedy, all of these things we had this year. So we're going to be incorporating our own vision, which encompasses more of a local TED Talk, if you will.
Okay.
And more of a media-based atmosphere for the next 2 to 3 years of growth, because I think that online media is the next bastion, you know, and even though it's huge now, it's nothing compared to what it will be in 10 years when everything is integrated. Right now, I don't have a HoloLens, but I bet you in a decade I will, you know, so
Totally.
we want to get into that and get really ahead of the curve.
No, I like the concept, and it's something that you could even implement in many different locations. Or
That was part of it too. Yeah.
Awesome, and that's a great place to start too. As far as, and this is your third year. That was your
Fourth.
third. That was your fourth year.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
fourth year.
That's
dude.
cool. And we've had many friends play at Jump Fest.
Yep.
Connor Lenahan way back
Oh,
when
dude,
made
yeah,
it.
They played twice, I think, for 2 of the years they
No
played.
way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know they just played in our basement over there?
I
That's
got
where
the
the house
Facebook
show
invite,
was?
and I was like,
it was sick.
fuck, I
it was
forgot.
packed in
Good
the
for them.
basement, and it was just like only for them. Like we didn't like go out of our way to promote it because we were like, this needs to be an underground thing, and literally they packed it out, and it was a
Fuck
dope
yeah.
time, and we had bands coming in from like Ohio and stuff to
No
perform.
way.
In a basement of Lake George.
On
you
a
know?
Sunday night, too,
On
right?
a Sunday,
Yes,
too, right?
never
Like-
miss a Sunday show.
Insane.
Yeah, that's what they say. Never miss a Sunday show.
Hell yeah.
And that's freaking awesome, man. And you do a lot for the community. And not only do you do a lot for Gem Fest, you also play in a band.
Yeah.
What and a couple of things too. What bands do you play in?
I currently is Iutica, and we've been really busy writing an album.
Awesome.
And
For sure.
it's almost done, and it's incredible. And we've
Oh, yeah.
sent only 2 of the tracks off of the album to EQX, for example.
No way.
And,
Good.
They literally put it right on the air. 2 tracks off of a whole album, and it just blows my mind seeing that immediate type of response and support
Yeah.
from industry professionals. You know, so I'm really excited for my bandmates, and I'm not sure that they quite understand how great it's going to be when we release it, but I think that it's music that is accessible and fun and really just all around cool, new wave, dark, alternative rock, you know?
That's
Yeah.
cool. Well, definitely, keep us posted on what you guys got
will.
going on, because we'll totally love to promote you guys
I will.
as always. And that's Iutica, Nate Fidd, Chris
Nate,
Walker,
Chris
and
Walker.
I
Tom Grover.
Tom
that's
Grover,
Nate's
okay.
cousin, actually. So
No
it's a
way,
lot of
okay,
family.
cool.
It's a good. We're all brothers, and we all have this thing, and it shouldn't even have been a thing, but it always just worked out. You
that's
know?
always the best way, though.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And you also play music solo too.
Yep.
And so we were talking about this before. I remember you saying his last name, Alvarado, when he used to come over to Doug's house way back,
Yeah,
like
way
2013,
back in the
2014. And but you are not. Brian Michael is now your stage name, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what people know me as, and it's because, like I was telling you guys, Brian Alvarado doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Say it with me, Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Now try and spell
Alvarado.
that. I've gotten El Dorado, avocado, Alvenado, everything under the sun. But here's the thing: my middle name is Michael, and it is literally, other than Brian, the most common name. So, as a performer, I was like Brian Michael, and lo and behold, it's stuck, and that is what most people know me as. But my name is Brian Alvarado. However, I respond quickly to Brian Michael because for the past
You're trained now.
5-6 years, that's what it's been now.
That's awesome. And also, you also help out and work Adirondack Independence Music Festival.
Yeah, dude, I love
So
it.
I want to give a quick plug to that because we have that coming up. Unfortunately, that means it's almost the end of the summer.
Hey,
And that's the worst thing
Yeah.
about 80K Fest. It's like it's gonna be a guaranteed great time.
Oh, dude,
but it's like,
who else?
but when you
Pigeons.
wish it away,
Fish.
you miss. It's like, damn, summer goes by so fast. And but this year we got for 80K Fest, it's gonna be August 31st through September 1st, down at the Charles R. Wood Festival Grounds in Lake George, New York, right near Beach Road, right by Lake George Steamboat Company, and right next to the Lake George Skate Plaza. And so this year, headlining Twiddle, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. We also have Pink Talking Fish, Marco Benevento. We have Lucid. We have Everyone Orchestra featuring tons of people, including Chuck Garvey of Mo, Vinny Amico of Mo, Ryan Montblute, Haley Jane, Sam Kinninger, and a couple more that are just losing. I'm just slipping. But speaking of that, we should have an 80K Fest poster up here.
We should. I mean, we did have.
I got
like,
one in my car. If you want me to go fetch it.
Perfect. And it's always a great time being from the town of Lake George, and loving the music that is presented at 80K Fest. It's just I think it was 2017 when I first went, like, at Workday. It was, you were there.
Yeah.
We definitely, we had a little bit of too much fun, and we're working and everything, but I couldn't believe that this type of atmosphere was able to go down in Lake George, New York.
The closest where you're gonna experience that, probably Tumbledown Festival. That's in
Tumbledown,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, where else? I mean, seriously.
Disc Jam, which is no longer.
True, that's no longer.
And then just smaller festivals like that, which aren't even small. I mean, Twiddle and Pigeons Playing Ping Pong over the past years, they've got a following that,
Sure.
and that, I mean, as a band, what can you ask for? But in the festival grounds itself, I mean, when you see 3,000 people pack out the area, that's really cool, especially not needing the drag of the Lake George tourism community to make that happen too.
Correct.
Because, like,
it brings its own brand of tourism, by the way.
It does.
Many people.
Whole
we're
different
talking about
demographic.
3,000 people in Lake George who would never come here otherwise.
Exactly. And that's, and some, like, explain that to a town, like, who the hell is Twiddle? Who the hell is,
Sure.
what kind of name is Pigeons Playing Ping Pong? I mean, that is a pretty,
dumbest.
the fact that they're able to sell that name is amazing. But, like, to, like, maybe a government official, they hear a band like, Bad Company, Poison, something at, like, that level that they've known before, and that's what they think they'll sell. But there's this whole group of kids that are all liking these new things with bands that are coming up and are just literally by name carrying what they're doing with no, like, national recognition.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. And that's happening. And it's been definitely a growth over the couple of years that it did happen. And, like, you see so many people there. For us, like Brian and Doug, like, we see everybody we know at that place, and it's fucking cool. Like, I'll be
manning the gates.
Being a part of it too is so much fun. Yes, yep. We'll have Tom Schassler, our third man, I guess. Yeah, he will be. We'll be doing some fun interviews. If you want to know what type of questions we'll be asking or what we're trying to get into, go and check out the Disc Jam 2019 recap. You can fast forward about a minute when the questions start. Tom's a pretty funny guy sometimes, and
as long as we edit it right.
As long as we edit it right. Yeah, exactly. But you need a little work. Just kidding, Tom. You're amazing. Kinda. But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a really cool event. Just gonna stick with just some of the same scene of music. We got some tour announcements that just recently happened. Aqueous dropped fall tour dates, and they will be making a stop locally to us October 26th, Putnam Place.
I figured.
And over the past 3 years, dude, those guys have really blown up. It's crazy. And, like, Mike Answer, shout out to Mike Answer. He's a huge skateboarder.
Dude, hell yeah.
So he's down for the skating. They just released a tour, like a fall tour video, kind of like how Fish used to do their summer tour videos, but like they did like a mockery of the Office Space scene where they're like out smashing a TV in the middle of a field,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool. Dopapod has also announced fall tour dates. They were on a hiatus for about a year, came back, played the Capitol Theater, packed the place out.
I have not seen them in a while, and they are amazing.
They're freaking awesome, and they're all Berkeley guys,
Of course.
which is cool. I mean, let's see where they're going to be playing here. We got October 4th. They're going to be starting off in Denver, slowly moving their way to the West Coast, December 13th and 14th. You can go check them out, the Paradise Rock Club in Boston, which the first time I've ever seen them. Dude, that place is amazing. One of my favorite venues. But by personal experience there, my friend Josh, I don't know if you know our buddy Josh, but me and Josh, we were gonna go out and visit our buddy Greg out in Boston because he just moved out to play hockey, and so it just happened to be that Dopapod was playing there. It's like 2000. It was either late 2012 or early 2013, and we had no tickets, so we get there, park our cars. We sorry dad, sorry mom, but we were slugging a bunch of whiskey like outside of the venue, just super young, immature, having the best time of our lives.
Best life.
Yeah, living our best life. And we get there only to find out that the show is sold out. So we're drunk. No. We have no plans, and we're drinking the nastiest Canadian LTD, and because I am the type of guy who tries to get the deal sometimes more than the quality, so I would always get like Skull, $14 for this many people. Let's do it, shit like that. So like we're like screwed, and we're sitting out at the venue. This random guy comes up to us and is like, "You guys want to go to the show tonight?" We're like, "Yeah,
please,
love to." And he's like, "Come with me." And so we're like walking, following this guy. Get to like the line with the bouncers. He's like, "Whatever you do not stop walking." I'm like, "Okay." So it's like me and like two other guys, Josh and Greg, walking through, and then he goes right through the bouncers, and he's like, "Just go." And we like went right through the bouncers. Didn't even faze them.
Are you serious?
Got into the show.
What?
19. Bought my first beer at a bar that night.
Yes.
And it was awesome. I had like this crazy moment watching Dopapod because prior to that time in my life, or present day me, huge thrash metal fan. All I wanted to listen to was Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, and Slayer.
Sure.
I didn't give a shit about anything else. And then I was like, wow, Dopapod is pretty heavy. This isn't too like hippie, like weird
hippie,
crap, which, slowly that came in time, like, for me to like that stuff, but, like, that kind of helped me transition, or not transition, but open my ears to more music, and not just jam bands. So shout out to Dopapod. Go to the Paradise Rock Club. That is a great venue. What show did you see there?
I think I saw they came as Giants or something ridiculous there.
Oh, cool, okay. Which they're playing, aren't they playing the Cool and Cherry Arena?
They might be. I'm not sure. They're kind of getting big.
I think they're opening up for what's that band? What's that one song? Da, 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 da. A Day to Remember.
Are they on that show?
Yeah,
No
maybe.
I saw that.
Maybe
November
I could
8th.
be wrong.
Yeah, no. I know I was brought there by my girlfriend at the time, and I had never been, and it was honestly a dope time, and I love Boston now.
It's a great city.
Go. Dude, I went to Cheers bar there, Cheers, where everyone knows your name, fucking bar.
Is that where that show is based out of? Boston?
Yeah.
No way. And I know with that show, I never realized that Frasier was a spinoff of Cheers.
Right.
Which blows my mind.
Makes no sense when you're like, okay.
Okay, so I am completely wrong. It's I Prevail and Beartooth.
I Prevail. Beartooth is dope. I See Stars is playing in a couple weeks up this way.
Oh, cool. Okay.
August 18th. They're a great band. There's a lot of good music up here, man.
Yeah.
When I saw that show go live today, I think it went live, I was like, what?
It's
Yeah,
good
Civic
that
Center.
that venue is finally starting to do more.
They used to rock out.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like the practice spot for...
A lot of big bands.
Yeah,
like Foo
like-
Fighters. I've heard, I think my cousin said Iron Maiden played there once.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how true that is, but still, like, yeah. So it would be the place to test out the sound, right? Or something
Right,
like that.
yeah, like they'd play there to help calibrate the rest of their tour, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
And yeah. What would you say what used to be the Civic Center holds?
Cool.
Cool Insurance Arena.
Yeah.
3?
No, more. Way more.
5.
More. I think like 10, maybe 11.
No way.
Yeah, 10, 11,000. Yeah. I think
That's
so.
crazy.
I think so. It might be more, honestly, guys. It's a big
That's
arena.
wild.
That's awesome. And then just one more fall tour announcement. Well, not fall tour, but Mo will be playing 3 nights at the Town Ballroom in Buffalo, New York, November 14th through the 16th. Go check it out. Mo's awesome. Horrible plug. Let's see what else we got here with the plugs. Doug, you got a little logo here on the beer.
I got a little logo on the beer, and it kind of matches all the logos behind.
Up here.
Yeah. Mirth
So-
Films. You
so-
should follow us.
So I guess what we're trying to get at here is we are looking for people to advertise with Mirth Films. If you are interested in having
Oh.
advertising in our video, completely bad, Jensen.
Yeah. No.
No, but
Okay.
seriously though, we're looking to expand and also promote just businesses that we believe in and hopefully just that we believe this could be a good platform for people. And so either on our website, having an ad on our website or an ad just before the Kind of Live, Kind of Living podcast or one of our videos, or even us having a full read. We are
can drink
actively
anything.
looking for advertisers. So if you're interested in advertising with Mirth Films, go and email Frankie at mirth-films.com. It will be in the link description below. And but yeah, we just we're excited to be
free
growing
ads.
this thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of. We've already put, what would you say, almost like 2 years now into this.
It's about that, yeah.
It's been nuts, and like it takes a lot to have to run this, between you having a full-time job, me having my freelance business outside of just this whole thing, and then still having to worry about, okay, how many articles are we having out tomorrow? What video are we doing next week? What are the topics for the Kind of Live, Kind of Living podcast? Yada yada
You guys
yada.
are going through some things that are so much more advanced than most people are doing in terms of media. That is incredible.
It's hard, man. It's
Planning all
literally.
that out.
Yeah, it's planning out, and like, you know, we all have a good open form of communication where we all talk. It's pretty. We try to do the best job
Yeah.
at just making sure everybody's ideas are being fulfilled. We have a team of about 15 to 20 contributors now that are all writing articles, shooting, covering concerts, and it's really coming together. And with the additions of just some of our administrative team, like Emily Vanderbilt and Courtney Guttenberg, I'm sorry. It's just not only taking some of the stresses off, but also kind of just expanding on what we're doing it's kind of made us even better versions of ourselves. Half this shit we learn as we go. This website, which you should go check out, mirth-films.com. We just recently made some updates to it.
looks nice.
And
Thank you.
we spent probably like 8 hours trying to figure out the WordPress
Web
platform.
designing is hard.
It is. And like, props to anybody who does HTML or CSS.
You remember doing MySpace? I mean, come on.
That was
did,
fun,
embedding?
but this
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is no
This is crazy.
MySpace.
No,
This is like
this is like everything
email
looks
lyric?
great,
This
but
is
this
crazy.
there was so
What
many.
song do you like? Like, nah.
Yeah, right. Featured song. And
Mirth-films.com.
mirth-films.com. We
Mirth-films.com.
tried buying the Mirth Films domain, just mirthfilms.com, but no one wanted the seller didn't want to sell, so which sucked.
Yes,
So we have a dash. Don't forget it. And yeah, like figuring out what to do, like setting up a merch store. Like before, it was like we buy a lot in bulk sometimes, But now, in just a few short weeks, we're going to be launching a full store of both men's, women's clothing,
Really?
and
Oh, we're out
tanks,
there.
sweatshirts, all of it. So please stay stay tuned with all of that, because we can't wait to share all of it. We're gonna have brand new designs come out, brand new series of shirts come out. We have the hats, we got the mugs, and we're just, I don't
Do
know.
you have condoms?
We
Working
probably,
on
you
it.
know what they say, if you put your mind to it, the good things will happen. So maybe Mirth Films condoms.
You can just take out all of the beans out of the
But
beanbag
we're thinking
chair.
about having Mirth Films beanbag chairs.
Nice.
We're thinking of
that's something.
Would you buy a Mirth Films beanbag chair? Because we had the debate.
Does it have crazy arms on it or not? That'd
No
be kinda
crazy
cool.
arms.
That'd be
No
kinda
crazy
cool.
arms. No, crazy
No, we
arms.
wish. So, but yeah, so we're gonna be launching a full store very soon, and then I'm just trying to think of what else. What else should we plug, Doug? Let's plug some of our let's plug some local businesses here.
Juice and Jar.
Juice and Jar.
Get healthy.
Get healthy. Get Juice
Smoothies,
and Jar.
juice.
Mean Max Brew Works. Best beer in town. Best beer.
Best beer in town. What else do we got here? Plug
Country.
Null Void. Null Void Apparel. Courtney Gunberg's clothing company. They have just surreal streetwear based out of upstate New York, and a bunch of cool alternative designs. Designed the posters behind the idea that we are going to be not announcing soon, but stay tuned, because some weird shit's about to go down with Mirth Films over the
Really?
next week and a half.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's about to get subliminal.
That's
That's all I got to say about that. And then, but yeah, what else do you guys want to talk about?
Dude, so this guy flew over the English Channel on like a jet-powered hoverboard. His name's Frankie
Those things
Zapta.
exist?
Dude, he's the inventor of them.
Oh,
My bad. Went down way hard. Yeah, Frankie Zapta.
So who's he trying to impress? Like, that's crazy. That's awesome.
Right? Dude, he made it over in 20 minutes too, which, I mean, I feel like that's not a small channel to cross.
no.
No. But yeah,
A
on a
jetpack.
jet-powered hoverboard.
Picture standing on
my
one of those
God,
and just
that's
going
right.
across the ocean. I don't care.
Dude,
It's
just like a huge
channel.
body. Dude, he tried it at the end of July and like fell into the water. Just made it on his second attempt.
Wow.
Rad dude.
NBD.
NBDs, bro.
When are
Yeah.
we going to see a hoverboard competition?
Hopefully sometime. In
I
the
would say
future.
like 20 years.
You could run those boards off solar and get them up in the air. You know? So let's toss it to some comments before hopping back into the news. Let's see what we got here, Doug.
Let me scroll up on my slow computer.
AimFest goes until September 2nd. Dylan McKenzie, you're so right. Let's see here.
How about this? The Miller flip is a backflip with a hand plant invented by Chris Miller in the late 80s.
It's a what?
Backflip with a hand plant, and the hand plant is under the coping, which I feel like just increases the
That
difficulty.
seems so extra. Wow.
That is a little extra. But hey, for the Miller flip, we are drinking Miller High Life. So
This
cheers to Chris
brought to you
Miller
by
for the Miller
Miller.
flip.
I like
And cheers to Dylan McKenzie, because you are our sixth man, always. Marissa understood. Oh, I didn't drink.
No, you didn't.
So, just if you didn't know, I
Frankie.
tend to not drink after cheersing.
Only on the
really?
podcast.
Only on the podcast.
I don't know why he doesn't.
Okay,
It's annoying.
misunderstood. Love that, Frankie.
Dylan McKenzie, Justin
Dylan
Trudeau's parties them, I guess. Oh, for the Canadians. I mean, well, that makes sense.
Okay.
He's the guy running Canada, so he would be the guy to pardon the people who have the weed offenses.
Sounds like a good dude.
Right? No, he's the young Canadian guy. Well, Prime Minister, I think
Prime
is what
Minister.
they call him. Prime Minister. Aim goes. Oh, you already read that one.
Already read that one?
LTD, Live the Dream, Spring Break 2015 at J Peak. I wish I knew what you were talking about or referring to. Is that like a concert? And you guys know? Dylan McKenzie. More info, or is it underneath? Mirth Films playing cards. Custom. Actually, we
gave away Mirth Films playing cards.
Did
Gave him to Richard. I don't know if you know Richard Jelly.
Oh, I do. No kidding.
Yeah.
He won them.
No kidding.
Richard, we're sorry. when we made that advertisement for the Mirth Films playing cards, Doug were you the one flicking them?
You or me?
We were flicking the cards to like add some dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Stupid ad and
as we were moving,
one of the cards we didn't find.
Yep, but we didn't know about it until we were moving, and we like found a Mirth Films playing card.
So yeah, Richard, you don't have a full deck. I'm sorry. But yeah, Mirth understood. Love that Frankie is a 26-year-old man and is like, sorry, Mom.
And Dad, I drink some alcohol.
Hey, you don't know my family. You do know my family background.
A day over 23.
I don't.
I've gotten a haircut today.
I did.
Looking fresh.
Thank you, Mom. Go to Tina's Hair Fair in Lake George, New York. Across from the Lake George Forum.
That's the plug.
Yes. Tom Shasser, shout out to Lich. Okay, Tom, go fuck yourself.
Oh boy, you almost had us.
You did there.
He got us like 8 times.
Dude.
He's just a whole gang. He got me on Clitoris.
He's the best skater out there.
Dang Lin Wang. Yeah, like, what are you doing, Tom?
The interview's coming soon, by the way. Dang Lin Wang. Oh, yeah. Well, Dylan just brought up something in the chat that we were actually going to get into. The first 1260 on a skateboard was done at X Games on the Big Air.
Dude, I saw the video and that blew my mind.
You want to know what else is going to blow your mind?
What?
That kid got second place.
To who?
Second
What did he
place.
do? A half cab? Whatever
What was his name?
we were just talking about?
So, Elliot Sloan won first place in what he did. Because, I mean, it's 2 parts when they came to that competition. It was like because Mega Air, you know, you have to go down like a fucking 100-foot fucking hill. Then gap, like, I want to say it's like 20 to 30 feet onto like another ramp. And then you go up the quarter pipe, do another trick. So it was off both like the first jump and then the half pipe trick. So the kid who did the 1260, he did like a switch back one over like the Big Air. No grab, which is like ridiculous. Like everybody else, I think there's only one other person who's going over that without grabbing their board because, I mean, you're going over a crazy far gap. You kind of need to grab your board so it stays with you.
And it just literally stayed with him the whole time.
Stay with him the entire time.
Magnets.
Which is like riding backwards, which is just insane.
Yeah,
and
going
they did
like
1260. Gnarly.
NBD.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
So the guy in first place, he did a, I want to say it was like a 720.
Indy 720.
Indy 720 over the first ramp, and then did a tail grab 900 on the half pipe, which...
I mean, that's impressive.
Very gnarly.
Cool.
Very gnarly.
No
Don't get me wrong.
Both are ABDs, though.
Yeah, both have already been done.
Which
so,
one was the 900? Was done in 1999.
The wild one is like the guy who won first place. Like that was even like he landed that like on his first go out. Like that wasn't like his like really try hard run. Like he didn't even land that, which was like I'm pretty sure it was gonna be like a kickflip 720, which would have been insane.
That would have made sense.
Yeah, like I would definitely given him that. But like it just kind of seemed like this. What was his name?
Mitchie
Brusco.
Yep.
Kind of got ripped off on that 1260. But hey, you made history, and you are the guy blowing up the news right now. So
exactly.
Props to you, buddy.
So that is like, okay, is it about a complete run or about innovation? I mean, obviously it's about a complete run in the X Games.
I mean,
but you
that's
know
what you're
like,
judging
that's where like
off
Street
of.
League is like, boom,
Like
1260.
you got that.
Even Tony Hawk like made a post.
That's the one I
Speechless, like
What the hell?
from the Birdman.
From the Birdman himself.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's not the right bird man.
Pigeons playing ping pong.
What happened to that boy?
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, but what the hell? He should have got it. They should have given it to him. The kid. Not only is that kid, he's been known for like being sick in the Big Air. He was the youngest kid to ever do a 1080.
Really?
Yeah, I think he was like the third ever to do a 1080 on a Big Air ramp, and like the second ever to do a 900 on the Big Air ramp. And that was at like 13 and 14. Now this kid's
dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like these young
What's
kids
next? 14,
are really
40,
going ham. Like the next X in the X Games, which is like the younger kids competition, was, I would say, better than the actual skateboarding competition.
Way better.
They actually, because you could tell they were trying like way harder. It's like, dude, like these kids may not have all the tricks, but like they are going in. Like they could really compete. Like half of them could compete with like the actual professional skateboarders, and they're not even like 14 years old.
Mm-hmm. Because they're used to going to their skate park and doing what you can there.
Playing a bunch.
They're not used to 100-foot freaking drop-ins with a 30-foot gap. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
unrealistic.
What I thought was cool though was that they skated on the same park that the pros did.
Yep.
And they and like wasn't one of the siblings like Jagger or like Jagger's sibling?
I wish I wrote his name because I want to say the brother came in like
third, right?
Third place in like the adult professional competition. But his like little brother came in first.
Yes.
With like in fucking 89, which is out of like 100, so it was like way up there, like way above like the second place dude. Like this, like he would have won like first or second place in the pro competition with that run. Like
putting his older brother to shame.
Boom. Yeah, right. Like dude, like fucking Christ.
And they, you know what? They probably played too much skate, which is an addicting video game. And speaking of that,
we gotta go down.
I don't think you got me, dude.
You don't know. I mean, the Xbox is here, dude. I could be practicing every single day.
No practice.
Dude, when's the last time you played skate?
Last time I played skate was probably here. Or probably our old apartment.
That was months ago, homie.
That was months ago.
You need to step your game up.
So we have this, about 2013, we had this like 3-hour competition on Skate 2 on Xbox. And I won. Yeah, I won that one. And,
you did.
But we had these plans to do.
So I mean, like me and Frankie both threw down. So when we moved into our last apartment, we both threw down on Xbox 360 and
Thank you, Brett
Skate
Porter.
2.
Just, I know
like
I used to forward in, dude, like you.
Yeah. But like, cause Skate 2 is such an iconic game in the only system you can play it on besides like maybe the PlayStation 3 is like the Xbox 360.
Yep.
So like we threw down Xbox 360, got Skate 2 just so we could play it, beat it for like the millionth time. And so when we like moved out of the apartment and parted ways, it was like, okay, well like, who's the Xbox 360 going to with like all the games?
We're basically gonna play for whoever gets the Xbox 360,
Gotcha.
which we never did. So I still have a chance to get that Xbox 360.
You still do.
I better buy an Xbox 360 to practice Skate 2 to win the Xbox 360. Return it. No, but seriously, if you think we should do a skate, maybe one of our episodes upcoming on the Kind of Live, Kind of Living podcast is us playing Skate 2 competition.
Maybe bands and board games could be expanded into incorporate things like that.
Maybe we'll do an electronic edition.
Call of Duty. Guitar Hero.
We do have Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero will be gnarly.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
God damn, that was a really good idea.
Well, bringing this to just another world here. What else we got to talk about?
What else do I have on this? Okay, you want to hear some shit?
Let's hear some shit.
So, Disney announced Disney Plus, which is a new streaming service. And on November 12th, you can get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for like $12.99 a month in November. So yeah, they're really going for it. But another thing they're doing is remaking some of their old movies like Home Alone, Cheaper by the Dozen, Night at the Museum, and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. They're remaking them all for their new streaming service. Which
That's bullshit.
Exactly.
The whole thing.
What's wrong with Night at the Museum? How old is that?
What's
is
wrong
that
with
2005?
Yeah.
Is Macaulay Culkin not done enough?
Move on.
Right.
Jesus.
Without Macaulay Culkin, there is no Home Alone.
I'm not gonna watch
Unless
it.
they recast him.
What about
that? Would be.
What if he is one of the rappers?
Animated Home Alone.
That would be cool.
That would be fitting. I'd watch that. All right, Disney. If you're gonna do Home Alone again, Macaulay Culkin is a burglar. Only way we're watching.
Yeah.
Only way we're watching.
Stockholm syndrome. Right now.
Oh my god.
Well,
That's such a good idea.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Make it dark.
Yo, we're gonna hit you up.
Like, we're older now. We like fucked up.
We
shit.
get it, bro. I'll pay
Yeah,
$12.99 a
dark.
month for that.
Absolutely. With Hulu and ESPN Plus, might as well just pick up watching sports, right?
Might as well.
Let me tell you something about ESPN. I just had to call my bank to tell them to stop letting ESPN charge me $7 a month for sports. I don't care about ESPN, disclaimer. And so for 6 months I've paid like $6 or $7 a month for ESPN for something I don't even know if I signed up for it. Now it's just a thing. And I already pay for Hulu, so I'm like just confused now. I'm like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
on November 12th, you can sign up for the Disney Plus package.
Yo, but like, maybe if I can watch some old school Disney that has not been touched by nonsense,
I mean, like, okay, if you're gonna do the remakes, keep the old shit on your streaming platform.
Like, old stuff, just leave it alone, though. Yeah.
Please.
I can see myself getting into that.
Right.
But not ESPN.
But you got Hulu in there. You can't hate on that.
True.
Hulu's got some good
I
shit.
got my Ancient Aliens. I'll be fine.
Dude,
Yeah.
right.
So, question, guys. What have you guys been listening to? What have you been listening to?
Everything. But the short answer is 2 bands. One you have not heard of from Georgia is called Microwave. I promise you, Microwave.
What kind of music is it?
They came out with an album called Much Love, and it is like Taking Back Sunday meets Brand New, and just had
sick.
a much like pure experience. I mean, it's not as negative, but it also has those like things that affect you. It's just so great. Microwave. And then secondly for me, if you follow me online, you might have noticed that I've picked up on the fact that Tool just released a new song today after 13 years. So I'm a big fan of what they all do as musicians. And so I will say that I'm excited.
And they just put their whole catalog on Spotify, right?
Yeah, they did.
Whole catalog is available on Spotify.
Tool.
And that's after 10 years of not ever allowing it purposely. You know, so these guys are they're just coming onto the online sphere, and I think that you just can't get away from it. It's crazy. Them and Microwave for me, if you really want something new and something just awesome, listen to Microwave.
Have to go check them out. What about you, Doug?
The main thing, I mean, well, today setting up for the podcast, listening to a lot of old school hip hop, Old Dirty Bastard.
Yeah, we were listening to a lot of jams back
Wu-Tang
then.
Clan, Notorious B.I.G. We're really throwing it back. Other than that, new rap on my playlist, you know, with a lot of chants. Wavy Cunningham, shouts out to him.
Wavy.
Killing it.
Yeah,
killing
2 albums in like less than a year, right?
Dude,
Really?
Yeah.
Art of
That's
War
important.
and My Time is Important.
I've heard of that one. Art of
Wavy has been putting in
yeah.
his time. He has he's been working with a lot of great people like DJ Mercy and
DJ Mercy and Pro. There's a whole bunch of producers out here that he's working with. He's really putting his all out there, and I appreciate it.
go check
Wavy
out his
Cunningham.
interview too.
Yep.
On
It is
YouTube.
posted. And also on mirth-films.com.
Yes.
Plug. And besides that, you know, just Mac Miller. Actually, his album Swimming was released like a year ago. I want to say on August 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
So, like, there's been a lot of, like, you know, like, going back, checking that out. Because that was a really great album. And,
That's cool.
you know, like, his passing is coming up in September. So, you know, it's just like...
Sad.
Mac Miller. Yeah, Mac Miller. You know, he was out there.
He was Mac Miller.
Mac Miller. What have you been listening to, Frankie?
What have I been listening to? Well, I've been listening to a lot of different things. I've been listening to a lot of different people. No, I've been listening. I recently just checked out the Joe Rogan podcast with Bernie Sanders. Go check it out.
Jerry.
And then just 9 Club podcast, Bill Burr podcast, heavily. And then I like to get nerdy a little bit. I listen to the IGN podcast, Game Scoop, and NBC Nintendo Voice Chat. And then music-wise, I've been getting down with the funk. I've just been like, I don't know, after I was just up in Burlington covering Tumbledown, and Turquoise rocked it, and I've always loved those guys, but fuck. They're so amazing. I really hope one day they come to the 80K Fest.
Funk's just got that noise that you're just like, you get your stank face on, your shoulders start kind of moving funny, and you're like, oh yeah.
And people from all different genre can like the funk. If you like to dance, you like the funk.
Oh.
So With that being said,
Wait a minute. Because we never touched on one thing. The freelance lifestyle that we all live.
freelance
Yeah.
lifestyle. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because we do go to shows a lot.
Yes.
And, you know, to anybody on the outside world, it may seem like, oh, we're just, you know, living just
We're
like
just
a
going to fuck
vacation
around
life.
at a concert. Yeah.
But, like, we're working.
No, completely. And that's the thing. It's like doing, like, and as you know, Brian, as you know, Doug, it's hell. Like we were just talking about earlier, like how we with Mirth Films,
Early
like
mornings, late nights, heavy gear.
maybe, you know, maybe
half-cocked.
you work most weekends. It just is what it is. Events happen on the weekends.
Right.
We want to be a part of something that we enjoy, which is live music, which is live events. And, you know, that shit doesn't happen 9 to 5. So, like,
Unfortunately,
and
no.
sometimes it's like, I would just want to say I'm very thankful to have a family that supports just my career lifestyle and just everything that we're trying to do and just doing freelance video production, because having the backbone and support of your family believing in what you're doing and not also seeming like a complete fuck up when doing it.
You guys are so on top of it. Let me tell you.
It's hard, man.
I'm
It's
an
like-
industry professional,
like-
and from the outside in, when it comes to analyzing what local media companies are doing, you guys are on the forefront. Of
Thank you.
everything.
Thanks,
We
man.
really love what
You
we
know,
do, and like that means a lot.
Shows,
dude.
and that is huge. You know, you gotta love what you do, but honestly, you do it in such a professional way, and it is so tantamount to building the foundation of this new media company. I mean, it's huge. What you got is a big vision.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? It's kind of past the point now where it's like we've opened Pandora's box, and that's the fucked up part.
Now
Is
it's
because
starting
it's
to
like
come in, and you
it's
don't
like
know,
oh
my
my
God, we gotta do all these things.
Exactly, and
That's a good problem to have.
It really is.
I mean, you enjoy it.
I do. I just wish I wasn't working like 9 to 5, 9 to 3, whatever my shift may be.
That's what I
Because like
Yeah.
it's just time taken out of like, okay, like I could
Fulfilling
be
the destiny.
focusing on something
Yeah.
else besides this that's gonna be
You know,
way
one
more
day
beneficial.
you will not clock in for someone else other than yourself.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that's the goal. And I think that is the heart of being an entrepreneur. We need to escape this structure, and we need to be able to be creative and successful doing so.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What was your biggest wrapping this just to show up? What was the biggest fear you had when making that jump?
Honestly, I risked everything. Everything. I stopped paying my bills for months to save up, to create the LLC, to get the insurance policies, to get a couple things underway. And it did end up working out for me. But I know a lot of people who it didn't work out for. And I will say that it is a risk. And you just got to love what you're doing and don't be afraid to fail. Because most people fail a lot more than they succeed.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
not what they necessarily talk about, because all people see is the success. But when you are calling off from work so that you can make an event happen and you're losing real money and you're making these decisions, that's when it starts to pay off. And that is why you guys are getting phone calls from everyone wondering what Mirth Films is doing.
Right. No, dude, you're so right. It is a risk. And, like, yeah, it's something you can't be afraid of because it's daunting thinking, how am I going to pay my bills this month
Right.
if I am the only person putting pressure
It's almost like you
on
need another
to
you.
make the money?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why
why
it's good to
I
have a
got-
good team.
That's
right?
why, like, we work great together because we lean off each other, we feed off each other, and
Get used to that, because as you grow, you're going to have to understand that you have to trust other people. Gem Festival now has a board of directors, a committee,
That's cool.
and a whole nonprofit organization
Oh,
under
yeah.
them, because we trust people to
Yeah.
do their jobs. You know, and now it's grown 10 times the size as when it started. And that's because of that. You know, so build the foundation here, trust your friends, and allow it to grow naturally. It'll work. It'll be fine. You guys have a great product.
thank you very much. And same with you. Seriously, we wish you all the success with everything, because, like, you've been doing this for a long time. This is obviously what you like, and like with Mirth Films, we want to be surrounded and like by people like you because,
You are.
dude, it's kind of like the law of attraction. Like
I
you
support
be
you.
around
Yeah, I love it.
positivity. Like, first couple conversations I had talking to you was like the most. You knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and like.
I made all the mistakes.
But you know what? Maybe
What was
that's
about?
like a pocket of knowledge we don't have.
Yeah.
That we learned from you, or
But you're gonna
that
start, and you're gonna get
it's
there.
all a team effort.
Yep.
And that's why, like, if we fucking like when we first started doing this, it was like, okay, article a day.
Article.
It's crazy.
You know,
When you told me you had a schedule like that, I want you guys to know that I manage about 8 or 9 different schedules.
How do you do it?
Well, I use Google Calendar a lot. And I also have, budgets and everything for everything I do.
Yeah.
And every moment of my time is allocated. Right now, this time was allocated to listening to music and hanging out at home, right? Thank you for the invite. to
Yeah,
come
Thank
on.
you for
absolutely.
coming, man.
Seriously.
I don't know if we
support
brought
these
this up
guys.
already because this has been honestly one of my favorite episodes. No joke. But we were looking for a guest for tonight. Had no
We
idea.
hit up like so many
Caleb,
people.
just text. You were supposed to be on, man. And you text Doug back 10 minutes
Hours
before
later.
Like,
the
yeah.
show, and it was like it just worked out perfect. And
I'm glad it did.
yeah, dude, it kind of made the night. It's been
Oh,
a
yeah,
great
no.
show.
Thank you for
And
coming on.
go
Yes.
check out
You
Iutica.
better fucking
Check
drink
out
that,
Gem
bitch.
Fest.
You didn't fucking drink
Fuck,
that,
I
bitch.
didn't drink.
chug, shut up.
And then go check out mirth-films.com for. Okay, let me get this plug down here. We tried this earlier. Check out mirth-films.com. We have all. Fuck. One more time. I had this down.
You got it.
Check out mirth-films.com. We are a news and media outlet that specializes in original video content, live music coverage, news, and much more. Continue checking us out. Kinda Live, Kinda Livin podcast live 9ish every Wednesday night on YouTube. And honestly, I'm kind of pissed that I didn't even mention this throughout the whole episode. We are available on Spotify and iTunes.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
was wondering that.
so you can
Okay.
go,
Dude,
yeah,
we out
go
there?
listen to it in your
Okay.
car. This is episode 20. It took a long time to get
Thank
to
you.
episode
I listen
20,
to podcasts
man.
every day, so this is awesome.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
so
gotta
always
do listen
available
to.
in audio form.
Awesome.
We want to make sure people have access to it all. Check it out on SoundCloud. We just
Give us a rating.
give us a rating, and please, as we make it through the rest of the year, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna have a ton of new content coming out, and shout out to all of our contributors for kicking ass. We're gonna end this out with $20 bill from Turquoise. Let's get the funk out here.
Funky.
Funky.
Y'all ready
This
to
has
go?
been the Mirth Film. Well, just 1 second. This has been the Mirth Films podcast. We've been Kinda Live,
Kinda living.
and we got Brian Michael. Thank you, everybody. This has been a great night. Have a decent time the rest of the week.
Put the damn music on.
Look at how they come and how they go. See these people dance across the floor.
$20 bill, oh man, I got the spill my guts. I must tell you, wait, can tell you now, but the trust it I won't tell you, I won't tell you, I won't tell you, I won't tell you no. Oh no.
Look at how they come and how they go. See these people dance across the floor. Look at how they come and how they go. See these people dance across the floor.
I spy with my little lie, shopping.
Look at how they do it.
I spy with my little lie, shopping.
People see that.
I spy with my little lie,
Look at how
shopping.
they do it.
I spy with my little lie,
See
shopping.
these people see that. Do it.
$20 bill, oh man, I got the spill my guts. I must tell you, wait, can't tell you now, but the trust that I won't tell you, I won't tell you. You wanna know, just ask a little more, and I will tell you, I will tell you. So be sure, and be sure I say. was too hot, stood the body's okay. I said, oh no, man, this is strange. Oh, but I'm living on the shooting range.